Park, New York. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you are.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Pickett. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And taken right at the 35. Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Allen going to change the look here. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Bills at 7-3 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Now Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Abanikanda once again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Third down, here's Abanikanda. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. He sets to fire deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Pickett back to throw. Pass complete to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First carry for James Conner. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Now 2nd and 9. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? They have to be careful.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Pickett will look to throw it here. He's got this to Pickens. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Allen off the play fake. And his throw here's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To the air, Allen. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills would take a 3-0 lead. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Warren will try the right side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Pickett. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Pickett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown to this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Cook. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Pickett sets up play action. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that's now a dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards.
Allen hit. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Oh, nice move. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll get the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox from 17 yards out. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnover.
And now here's another interception. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On second down, Connor looking for space. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half.
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Again, it's Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook.
He's across midfield.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cook up the gut. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 8. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Addison hauls it in. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Complete to Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Pickett.
Then drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Pickett.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
89 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And they take a knee.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear?